My name is Jim Lancaster. I graduated from Christian County High School in May of 1988. My background went into accounting originally, is what I studied through and got my college degree from Austin Peay. And enjoyed working around. I grew up in the country, working and raising tobacco on a family farm. Not a real big family farm. Knew it was never going to be a career. We basically only raised, our biggest crop was 2 acres of tobacco. But I enjoyed being around agriculture and found a career, luckily at H&R Agri-Power, that allowed me to be in the agricultural community and also utilize my education. Right now I am the store manager of our Hopkinsville and our Russellville locations, and the biggest need we have right now is finding skilled, quality, technical people to work in our service departments. It's very hard to find people that are interested and have had, that are interested in working with their hands, you know, actually taking something apart and putting it back together. We have a very complicated business. Our equipment is highly technical. Some of it, you know, there are some combines that cost $500,000 and they have a lot of electronic components, just like the vehicles do now. The agricultural equipment is going the same direction. And we need people that are wanting to work with their hands, don't mind getting dirty, and enjoy working on agricultural equipment, and it's a very much needed technical career right now. The biggest thing is be well-rounded, I think. We definitely want you focused on math, you know, not necessarily calculus. You don't have to be a math genius. If you can add and subtract, multiply and divide, and do the basic things there, but you definitely have to have a background in math. You have to have a strong basis. You have to be able to think. You have to be able to, also you need to be able to read. You need a strong background in reading, understand reading comprehension, reading technical manuals and understanding what you're doing. Everything's computerized now, so you want to focus on studying your computer and developing your computer skills. Being able to operate a keyboard, you know, not punch with 2 fingers. You need to be able to actually operate a keyboard and function effectively. Work a computer is a highly valuable skill. Whenever you start out, we're going to start you at the bottom. You know, our lawnmowers, to be honest with you, are getting fairly complicated as well. But on our entry level, you're going to start out on basic diesel mechanics. It's still, you know, our lawnmowers still have diesel engines. So you'll start out working on RTVs, lawnmowers, and work your way up to the mid-size, you know, the small 100 horsepower cab tractors, and eventually work your way up to the, you know, our 600 quads, combines, all of the larger stuff. You will develop and work your way up as you develop your skills and your abilities. We have a unique partnership with Parkland College that's in Illinois. It's a little bit of a ways away, but they have actually developed a program. All of our stores are Case stores, Case International, and C&H, Case and New Holland, of course, are owned by the same parent company, Fiat, and they have a school in Parkland College where they will actually, it's a 2-year associate's degree. You go into school, you have the tools that you need, you have a toolbox. They give you all of the tools that you need to start with. They teach you how to use our electronic service tool, which is our laptop that hooks to our computer. You utilize that in your learning process, and it's 100% totally designed to create technicians. You come out level 1 certified at the end of the 2-year program, and what we would like to do is to sponsor. You have to be sponsored by a Case IH dealership or a New Holland dealership. Hopkinsville store here is both. So we would like to look for some candidates that are interested in that. We would sponsor those children, we'll sponsor those young adults to go into that program, and somebody that's looking for a career, you have to get accepted, meet the minimum requirements, get accepted into the program. They have a financial paid. It's just like any other university that you would go to. They have a financial aid program. We would help walk you through that process to get accepted, to get into the program. Once you successfully complete that program, then we will reimburse your all your investment, your tools, tuition, room and board, over a period of time, to where ultimately that education that you get does not cost you anything. Over that 5 years, you'd work for us for 5 years, you would sign an agreement to work for us for that period of time, and over that 5-year period, you would come out debt-free. At the end of that 5 years, it's all dependent on how hard you want to work, how much you want to learn, how dedicated you are to expanding your knowledge. I've seen kids come out that are 25, 26 years old that have come into this program, and now they're making $60,000, $65,000. It's very, it's a good program because you've invested, the 2 years in the program, 5 years with us, and probably if you really want to, you can get to that level quicker than 5 years. We're going to advance you as your abilities grow. So I would say within a 5 to 7 year period, if you've got your 2-year associate's degree under your belt, you're debt-free, and you've also got a career where some of the other kids that maybe have chosen to go to a 4-year degree, a 4-year school, they've been convinced to go that direction, invested quite a sum of money, $70,000 or $80,000. Some of them, I'm understanding, are coming out with that much debt at the end of a 4-year program, and then can't get a job. They're making $35,000, $36,000. So the technical skills is definitely much in demand. We tell our technicians, you're your own business. You're your own entity within our company, because you have to establish your identity. You sell yourself to our customers, and in turn we help each other. So it's a very good program. You're going to come out 5 to 7 years, and if you want to work, you can come out debt-free, making a very good living, even better than some of these other folks that are coming out of a 4-year institution. We do have that reputation of being tough, and I don't really, I think it's earned because the people that are with us do have a work ethic. It is very important to be able to be dependable. To be honest with you, if you can show up on time and you don't mind putting your phone in your pocket, take all the outside distractions, understand that you are hired to do a job and you're being paid well to do that job. So if you can show up on time, put your phone in your pocket, understand we hired both hands. We don't want you smoking except on break. Whatever your distraction is with that other hand, there's so many things you can come up with. But we hired both hands. If you come in to do that and you're not trying to figure out how quickly you can punch off the clock and go home, we're interested in people that want careers. And I think that's one thing that, like I said, the education, it's how hard you want to work. Work ethic is very important. Show up on time, be dedicated to what you're doing, focused, and you can be successful in anything. We do have, we've been blessed with a lot of good folks, many of them from Christian County High School. Definitely the surrounding communities. We've had kids that come in, they want to co-op with us. The best time to do it is, and that's what I told all the folks at the school the other day, the best time to come in is to get your name in early. Right after Christmas break of your junior year, you want to come in, fill out the application. Understand we're not going to make our selection probably till school start, or still school's finishing up somewhere in that May time frame. But we have limited spots, but we always hire 1 or 2 co-op students that we want to work. We'll even work you through the summer, let you get an idea of what types of careers we have available. It's not, it is work. We expect you to be working while you're there, but we have a few individuals that work through the summer. Then whenever they start their senior year, of course they have their co-op program through the school. We work with them in the afternoons. If you have extracurricular activities, we can generally work around that. We're looking for folks that are interested in agriculture. What I always recommend, if somebody, that's one of my first questions whenever we do our interview. If you're interested in agriculture, we're interested in you. If you're interested in being a banker, you probably need to go talk to the bank and get an internship with them. It's interesting how kids, I was just talking to one the other day, he was interested in being and working as an engineer. He was studying engineering. And my advice to anybody that is working on internships is you can't lay the groundwork soon enough. If you know you want to be an engineer and you're a senior in high school, you need to be making contacts with engineers in your field. go ahead and start learning what you're going to do. So we're interested in folks that want to be in agriculture. If you're interested in being a technician, if you want to learn how to sell parts, or sell equipment, any of those interested. If you're interested in being in agriculture, we're interested in interning and letting you spend time with us and figure out what it's about. Of course, Christian County is a leader in the state and across the country in agriculture. If you're interested in agriculture, Christian County is the hub. This is the birthplace of a lot of innovations that have led the whole agricultural innovations over many, many years. So you could not be in a better place if you're interested in being in agriculture and associated with it, to come to Christian County, and if you're born here, you can stay here the rest of your life. The things that I have a background, I was interested in it. I knew I did not have the opportunities to be a farmer. But if you are interested in being associated with agriculture, there's lots of careers. Like I said, I have an accounting background, and I started off at Agri-Chem. There's chemicals, chemical sales, seed sales. Those companies also need dedicated individuals in various professions. Not only those that are interested in agriculture, but you can learn agronomy. Also, we have the guys that are precision. Our equipment is all dedicated by or driven by GPS now. It all has guidance. It basically drives itself across the field and has a lot of the new technology. We're looking for people that want to study that and understand that. It's a developing field, and it's only growing. Innovation is coming. It's a very interesting, exciting field right now. It's good to take advice from everybody, but you need to plan early. And if you don't know what you want to do, don't listen to somebody to tell you that you got to go into a 4-year degree and spend all the money and go into a major amount of debt, not knowing that that's what you want to do. There's no harm in working. We have lots of opportunities here. You do need to decide quickly. You can't go floundering around. You want to get pointed in a direction. But until you're pointed in the direction you know you want to go, don't borrow a lot of money. Go to community college. Take advantage of all the opportunities that we have in our community for you to get a good quality, fairly cheap, if not free education, and figure out what you want to do. And as soon as you figure out what you want to do, put your wheels in the ground and head that direction and work as hard as you can, because there's lots of opportunity in the community.